Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi. Program akan bermula tidak lama lagi. Kepada semua hadirin, sebelum kita bermula, saya ada sedikit makluman. Saya menghargai kerjasama anda untuk memberikan perhatian sepenuhnya semasa program sedang berlangsung. Sila kekal sehingga akhir program ini untuk menerima e-sijil antarabangsa anda. Para hadirin juga diminta untuk menutup mikrofon bagi yang menyertai dari platform Google Meet dan menghidupkan kamera anda. Jika anda mempunyai sebarang soalan berkaitan program ini, sila tanya semasa sesi soal jawab. Untuk yang berada di Google Meet, sila hidupkan mikrofon anda untuk bertanya soalan. Dan bagi penonton di YouTube, sila type soalan anda di ruangan komen. Sila gunakan bahasa yang sesuai semasa mengemukakan soalan dan sukacita saya mengingatkan para hadirin untuk mengisi borang kehadiran dan borang maklum balas yang akan disediakan di ruangan komen YouTube pada akhir program ini.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. The program will start in a few minutes. To all the audience, before we begin, I have few housekeeping notes to make. I would appreciate your cooperation to have your full attention and best interest during the event. And please stay until the end of this webinar to receive your international e-certificate. We also would like to remind you to turn off your microphone and turn on your camera. If you have any questions related to this program, please ask during the Q&A session. For participants in Google Meet, please raise hand and unmute your microphone to ask question. And as for participants in YouTube, please type your question in the chat box. Remember to use appropriate language while asking a question. And I would like to remind everyone to fill out the attendance form and feedback form that will be provided in the YouTube comment section at the end of the program.
Melayang serindit di atas permatang, merebah berkicau di hujung muara. Pemanis kata selamat datang, awal bismillah pembuka bicara. Dari Raub singgah di Pontian, terus pula ke Kuala Perlis. Harap semua beri perhatian, mohon kami mulakan majlis. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan salam UiTM di hatiku. Saya Hermana Jiha binti Husaini selaku pengacara majlis bagi program pada hari ini mengalu-alukan kehadiran anda semua.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings and salam UiTM di hatiku. As the ceremony host this morning, I, Fatin Aina Syafia binti Rosri, would like to welcome all of you.
Sayang selasih berisi minyak, bunga cengkeh di atas jerami. Terima kasih banyak-banyak sudi datang ke majlis kami. Yang berusaha, Teknologis Dr. Ermi Abdul Kadir, Timbalan Rektor Hal Ehwal Pelajar UiTM Cawangan Terengganu. Yang berbahagia, Datuk Izham bin Ishak, Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Pengangkutan Malaysia. Yang berusaha, Puan Pangki Lela Saputri, Pensyarah Fakultas Ekonomi, Universitas Islam Sultan Agong, Unisula Indonesia. Yang berusaha, Encik Wan Muhammad Iskandar bin Datuk Saleh, Pengarah Urusan Sani Express Sendirian Berhad. Yang berusaha, Dr. Nik Fakrul Hazri Nik Hassan, Ketua Pusat Pengajian Fakulti Pengurusan dan Perniagaan. Yang berusaha, Dr. Wan Asri bin Wan Abdul Aziz, Koordinator Program Sarjana Muda, Fakulti Pengurusan dan Perniagaan. Yang berusaha, Puan Zuraida Muhammad, Koordinator Program Diploma, Fakulti Pengurusan dan Perniagaan. Yang berusaha, Dr. Wan Anissa Banom binti Datuk Saleh dan Puan Nurul Syuhada binti Baharudin, Penasihat Finance Student Association FiSA. Yang dihormati panel-panel penilai Third Mentorship Program 2022, para pensyarah, wakil-wakil kelab kerjasama dan kolaborasi, barisan ahli jawatankuasa, seterusnya hadirin hadirat yang dikasihi sekalian. Selamat datang ke Third Mentorship Program 2022, an excellent strategy for a research project presentation, anjuran Finance Student Association FiSA.
Welcome to today's program, Third Mentorship Program 2022, an excellent strategy for a research project presentation organized by Finance Student Association FiSA UiTM Terengganu Branch.
Kami warga FiSA amat mengalu-alukan kehadiran para hadirin semua ke majlis pada pagi ini.
We from FiSA are warmly welcoming everyone to the ceremony this morning.
Majlis akan dimulakan dengan nyanyian lagu Negaraku dan lagu Wawasan Setia warga UiTM. Para hadirin diminta bersedia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin with the singing of our national anthem and the anthem of the University Wawasan Setia warga UiTM. Please be prepared.
Tetak buluh kajang 10, mari jolok sarang penyengat. Angkat tangan jari 10, doa di pohon biar selamat. Bagi memberkati program kita pada pagi ini, marilah sama-sama kita mengaminkan bacaan doa yang akan dibacakan oleh saudara Muhammad Azim bin Nur Azmi. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
To begin the webinar with the blessing from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, I would like to invite Muhammad Azim bin Nur Azmi to lead the dua recitation and a moment of silence. With all due respect, please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, all praise is due to you. You are the one who deserve all the praise. You are the one who deserve all thanks. In your hands are all goodness. To you all matters return. Allahumma ya Karimu ya Rahim. Pour your grace on the third mentorship program 2022 and excellent for a research program presentation held this morning. Bless this ceremony from beginning to the end. Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram. We also seek protection from you, from all things that can tarnish the reproach of our conscience, and from all things that neglect us from obeying you. To you alone we leave all our affairs. Grant us physical health, mental fitness, peace of mind, and strength of spirit. Hopefully with it, we are able to face challenges, be competitive, and able to raise the dignity of ourselves, family, society, and country. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Terima kasih diucapkan kepada saudara Muhammad Azim bin Nur Azmi atas bacaan doa itu tadi.
Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you Muhammad Azim bin Nur Azmi for the doa.
Hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, diharap semua dalam keadaan baik dan sihat.
Dearest guests and attendees, I hope everyone is in good condition and healthy.
Pada pagi yang indah ini, dapat kita berkumpul bersama-sama untuk Third Mentorship Program 2022 and Excellent Strategy for a Research Project Presentation anjuran Finance Student Association FiSA, UiTM Cawangan Terengganu serta kolaborasi bersama Sunny Express Sendirian Berhad, Alpha Group, by Jaslyn dan kerjasama bersama Pusat Pengajian Siswazah PPS, PhD Power Fellowship PPF, Unit Penyelidikan dan Penerbitan Mahasiswa UPPM, Universitas Islam Sultan Agong Unisula, Skuad Sukarelawan Yayasan Diraja Sultan Mizan SUDI, Unit Kepimpinan Kesukarelawanan Mahasiswa UKKM dan La Investisha Club UiTM Cawangan Terengganu.
On this beautiful morning, we can get together for the third mentorship program 2022, an excellent strategy for a research project presentation organized by FiSA UiTM Terengganu branch in collaboration with Sunny Express Sendirian Berhad, Alpha Group, by Jaslyn, and mutual cooperation with Pusat Pengajian Siswazah PPS, PhD Power Fellowship PPF, Unit Penyelidikan dan Penerbitan Mahasiswa UPPM, Universitas Islam Sultan Agong Unisula, Skuad Sukarelawan Yayasan Diraja Sultan Mizan SUDI, Unit Kepimpinan Kesukarelawanan Mahasiswa UKKM, and L Investisha Club UiTM Terengganu branch.
Program ini bertujuan untuk memberi pendedahan kepada mahasiswa untuk menyediakan proposal tesis dalam bentuk yang kemas dan berjilid serta menyusun strategi pembentangan dengan lebih teratur.
This program aims to provide exposure to students to prepare thesis proposals in a neat and bound form, as well as organize presentation strategies in a more organized manner.
Tak molek jika ada alu tiada lesungnya, tak berguna jika ada payung tiada perahunya. Tak berkat ilmu tanpa amalnya, tak lengkaplah majlis jika tiada yang berbicara. Tanpa melengahkan masa, marilah kita memulakan majlis dengan menjemput dan mempersilakan Yang Berusaha Teknologis Dr. Ermi Abdul Kadir, Timbala Rektor Hal Ehwal Pelajar UiTM Cawangan Terengganu untuk menyampaikan ucapan alu-aluan. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
Without wasting time, let us begin the ceremony by inviting and welcoming the respected technologist Dr. Ermi Abdul Kadir, Deputy Rector of Student Affairs, UiTM Terengganu branch, to give his opening speech. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you to the MCs, Ms. Herma Najihah and Ms. Fatin Aina, the Honorable Dr. Isham bin Ishaq, Secretary General of the Ministry of Transport Malaysia, respected Madam Pungki Laila Saputri, Lecturer of Faculty Economics, University Islam Sultan Agong, Unisula, Indonesia, Sir Wan Muhammad Iskandar bin Saleh, Managing Director of Sunny Express Sdn Bhd, Dr. Nifakrul Hazri Nia Hassan, Head of the Program for Faculty of Business and Management, Dr. Wan Sri bin Abdul Aziz, Program Coordinator from Faculty of Business and Management, Madam Zurada Muhammad, Program Coordinator, Faculty of Business and Management, Dr. Wan Anissa Banun binti Datuk Saleh, and Madam Nurul Syahada binti Baharudin, for Club Advisor for the Finance Student Association, also known as FiSA. Our respected guests, Third Mentorship Program Evaluation Panel, lecturers, representative of Cooperation and Collaboration Club, the next line of the committee members, and all the dearest audience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and salam satu Malaysia. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Students Association, FiSA, with cooperation with Pusat Pengajaran Siswaza, PhD Power Fellowship, Unit Penyelidikan dan Penerbitan Mahasiswa UPPM, Universitas Islam Sultan Agong, Unisula, Skuad Sukarelawan Yayasan Diraja Sultan Mizan, also known as SUDI, and Unit Kepimpinan Kesukarelawanan Mahasiswa for its efforts in organizing this prestigious third mentorship program 2022, where the theme for this mentorship program is an excellent strategy for research project presentation, colloquium, and competition. We are pleased to receive participation from within and outside the country, including from the Universitas Islam Sultan Agong, Unisula, for the willingness to participate in the UiTM program this time. Also, congratulations to FiSA Advisor, Dr. Wan Anissa Banun binti Datuk Saleh, and Madam Nurul Syahada binti Baharudin, Head of the Program, Umi Sumayah binti Sukri, and President of FiSA, Herma Najihah binti Kusaini, and committee members for working hard to implement this program. I would like to say many thanks to Dr. Isham Ishaq, who is an alumni of UiTM Terengganu branch, has participated in many UiTM programs, especially organized by FiSA. Personally, I'm very grateful to the panelists, namely Madam Pukli, Laila Saputri, Dr. Muhammad Hari Jalis, Dr. Muhammad Khadir Ismail, Dr. Aziz Aris, who are willing to participate in the third mentorship program to guide student in leadership and academic. I believe they have a lot of knowledge and experience to advise the students in producing a good thesis proposal. This program will have a positive impact on students. Alhamdulillah, I thank you Allah for all your cooperation. I also would like to invite all students, especially students in UiTM Terengganu branch and Universitas Islam Sultan Agong, to get involved in activities and programs like this, which can increase your knowledge related to this research proposal. I would also like to thank the invited guests today and the companies that work together, namely Sani United Berhad, Alpha Group, and Syarikat by Jaslyn for continuing to support, contribute, and directly involved in the successful program organized by FiSA, Perubatan Cabang Terengganu. Hopefully, such initiative will be continued in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope the next event will get a more significant response from all citizens and the community outside. Hopefully, UiTM will continue to excel, glorious in academic excellence, and spiritual superior in shaping the personality of successful students. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Wabillahi taufiq hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And thank you for all.
Terima kasih diucapkan kepada teknologis Dr. Ermi Abdul Kadir atas ucapan alu-aluan itu tadi.
Thank you, Technologist Dr. Ermi Abdul Kadir, for the opening speech for our program today.
Kalau Tuan pikat kenari, jangan patahkan batang jerami. Kepada Tuan hormat diberi, mohon merasmikan majlis kami. Majlis seterusnya menjemput Yang Berbahagia Datuk Isham bin Ishak, Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Pengangkutan Malaysia untuk menyampaikan ucapan dan seterusnya merasmikan majlis pada pagi ini. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite the Honourable Guest, Datuk Isham bin Ishak, Secretary General of the Ministry of Transport Malaysia (MOT), to give his remark and officiate our program for today.
Thank you, Madam MC. Respected Technologist Dr. Ermi Abdul Kadir, Deputy Rector of Student Affairs, University Technology Mara, Cawangan, Terengganu, Malaysia. Respected Madam Pungki Leela Saputri, Lecturer of Faculty of Economics, University Islam Sultan Agong or Unisula, Indonesia. Sir Wan Muhammad Iskandar bin Saleh, Managing Director, Sun Express. Dr. Nick Fakrul Hazri, Nick Hassan, Head of the Program, Faculty of Business and Management. Dr. Wan Asri bin Wan Abdul Aziz, Program Coordinator, Faculty of Business and Management. Madam Zuraida Muhammad, Program Coordinator, Diploma, Faculty of Business Management. Dr. Wan Anissa Banum binti Datuk Saleh, and Madam Nurul Shuhada binti Bahudin, Club Advisors Finance Student Association of FiSA. Our respected guests, third mentorship program evaluation panelists, lecturers, representatives of cooperation and collaboration clubs, the next line of committee members, and all dearest audience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan salam prihatin. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all those from the UiTM Cawangan Terengganu for inviting me and to this event again, and especially to the Finance Student Association of FiSA with the cooperation of Pusat Pengajian Siswaza for inviting me to the opening ceremony of the third mentorship program. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincerest appreciation and gratitude to Allah, because with His blessings and grace and permission, we are here this morning gathered together in this program to celebrate the third mentorship program 2022, an excellent strategy for a research project presentation together. Even only via virtual attendance through Google Meet this morning and YouTube platforms, I'm very happy to be part of this program together with all those who are participating in this program. For many of those who still remember me, I've been involved myself in several programs organized by FiSA, and I see the consistency and good progress in every FiSA program that I've attended. I've seen the development of the professionalism in organizing events, and I congratulate all FiSA students for your professionalism and encouragement, and also improving your professionalism in organizing these events from time to time. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers again for inviting me to this opening ceremony, celebrating the third mentorship program 2022. This program, ladies and gentlemen, aims to expose students to prepare research proposals in a more professional, bound form, as well as organized presentation strategies in a more organized manner. Congratulations to the organizers for their hard work in planning and also implementing the event, and for making this program an annual program that would benefit students and those who will be participating. Dearest students, I would like to also congratulate FiSA advisor Dr. Wan Anissa Bano bin Datuk Saleh and Madam Nurul Shuhada binti Baharudin, as well as the President of FiSA, Herma Najiha binti Kusaini, and the 2021-2022 committee for being named the best faculty under the Unit Quality Mahasiswa UiTM, Cawangan Terengganu. In addition to that, the program TASMI, Tahfiz Al-Quran or TTA, organized by FiSA last semester, was also the third winner in the best KTP project category at the overall level of the UiTM Sir Malaysia campus. Apart from that, I was also informed that several students from FiSA and the El Investio Club had won the Gold Award in innovation competitions at the national and international levels. This is proof that innovation skills applied by students while studying at UiTM can be practiced even while you are working. Many UiTM alumni can also contribute and innovate in organizational management programs. The closest examples and companies that we can see this morning could help and contribute in collaboration with UiTM to organize mentorship programs, and these companies include Alpha Group, Sunny Express, Sunny United Berhad, and By Jaslin. One of a very good example is Encik Muhammad Firdaus Dato Abdul Manaf, who owns the company Alpha Group, which is involved in premier oil and gas services solutions. Other examples are UiTM alumni who could provide and contribute and provide opportunities for students to work with them. And this includes Sunny Express and Sunny United Berhad. I'm confident that Encik Wan Muhammad Iskandar is undoubtedly proud and grateful for UiTM alumni because they have the skills and experience in innovation to work and contribute with Sunny Express and Sunny United Berhad. Students and participants, as an UiTM alumni myself, I feel proud and excited when students nowadays can manage this program professionally. And I can see from the programs that I've been attending in the past, the quality of the programs have been improving. The involvement of not only students from UiTM, but participations by other students from neighboring countries, namely Universitas Islam Sultan Agong or Unisula, as well as other public entities, would bring value to such programs. It's such a pleasure seeing progress being made by young students from time to time, especially students from Unisula who are working closely with UiTM students. I believe under this program, we could collaborate and work together and further increase and exchange knowledge for students who are currently preparing their thesis or research proposal in a more professional way. I will continue to provide my support to these programs, and I hope that it can be continued from time to time. Programs like this are suitable to be made as a joint activity because they can strengthen the relationship among students, management, and alumni and UiTM staff together with other local and international communities. Congratulations again to those who have participated in this program directly and indirectly. Without further ado, with the lafaz Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I officiate the coaching program of the third Mentorship Program 2022, an excellence strategy for a research project, presentation, colloquium, and competition. With that, I thank you for your time, for your involvement, and I wish everyone the best in this program. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Terima kasih diucapkan kepada yang berbahagia Datuk Isham bin Ishak atas ucapan dan perasmian sebentar tadi.
Thank you, Dr. Hisham bin Ishak, for officiating our program today.
Hadirin yang dikasihi sekalian, baiklah program hari ini akan diteruskan dengan agenda utama kita dengan menjemput Muhammad Hanif Beroslan selaku moderator Third Mentorship Program 2022 An Excellent Strategy for a Research Project Presentation bersama dengan panel pertama Dr. Muhammad Hairi Jalis, Ketua Mentor Pensyarah Fakulti Perhotelan dan Pelancongan. Panel kedua, Dr. Muhammad Khairi bin Ismail, Ketua Mentor Fakulti Pengurusan dan Perniagaan. Panel ketiga, Dr. Muhammad Aziz bin Aris, Koordinator Pusat Pengajian Siswazah Penyelidikan. Panel keempat, Puan Pangkilela Saputri, Pensyarah Fakultas Ekonomi, Universitas Islam Sultan Agong Unisula, dan panel kelima Dr. Wan Anisa Banom binti Datuk Saleh, Pensyarah Kanan Fakulti Pengurusan dan Perniagaan untuk memulakan sesi perkongsian dan pengumuman anugerah bagi pemenang pertandingan video. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we have come to the important agenda, we will continue today's program by inviting Muhammad Hanif bin Roslan as the moderator of the Mentorship Program 2022, an excellent strategy for a research project presentation, alongside with all the respected panels to begin the sharing session and award announcements for the winners of the video competition. By all due respect, please welcome.
Thank you to our beautiful MC, Ms. Herma Najiha and Ms. Fatin Aina. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure as moderator for this program. I'm Muhammad Hanif Beroslan on behalf of UiTM committee. I would like to extend a very welcome to all of you. We appreciate you to take a time to join here today. So the important agenda for today. Our first is the presentation session by two UiTM bachelor degree students and two Unisula students. Along with the presentation, there will be a question and answer session, including preparation for the student to further their studies in master level and PhD fast track. Second is the entertainment by Group Entertainment of Muslim Art Gema, advised by Ustaz Wan Anwar bin Wan Mamat. Third is the award video competition session with Amay Kuzairi. And last but not least is the special gift for panelists and other participants by Dr. Nik Fakro Hazri Nik Hassan, Head of the Faculty of Business and Management. Okay, now let me introduce to all of us our special jury and honorable panel from neighbor country Indonesia, Madam Pukilela Saputri. First achievement of Madam is she has submitted her final project in English during her study at Polytechnic Negeri Semarang and was awarded with Best Graduate of Sharia Banking Studies at Polytechnic Negeri Semarang and was awarded with Best Graduate of Sharia Banking Study Program at the Accounting Department of Polytechnic Negeri Semarang. Next, in the 2019, she was awarded the Best Thesis of University Level and Best Graduate of Islamic Economy Postgraduate Programs. Universitas Islam Islamic Wali Songo Semarang. Last but not least, Madam Pungki also won the Best Paper Third Call for Paper Festival Economy Islam FEIS. Here together with me in the studio are the panel from University Technology Mara. On the right side is Dr. Wan Anisa Banom binti Dr. Saleh. Hello, Doctor. Doctor have achieved degree in business administration, majoring in finance, and Master of Art in Economics at Western Michigan University, USA. Dr. Anisa Banom also achieved her art in economics at her PhD in corporate finance at UiTM-CT. From your information, the doctor was awarded twice for her PhD in corporate finance at UiTM-CT. For excellent service in UiTM-CT, which was in lecturer. Her participation in innovation for teaching and learning has won gold awards at the 2019 Investors Hall of Fame International Competition of Ideas, Inventions and Innovations and Diamond Award at the International Invention and Innovative Competition 2020. And not to be mentioned, she won the Best Paper Award at the International Academic Conference 2021. And the second one is Dr. Muhammad Khairi bin Ismail. Doctor is one of the senior lecturer in the business and management UiTM City. Apart from that, he is in industrial trainings coordinator of BBA Finance. Dr. Khairi holds a first class in the degree in economics from Universiti Utara Malaysia, UUM, Master of Economics from Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, UKM, and PhD in Environment and Development in 2019. His area of expertise are development, educational, and financial economics, and had already contributed more than 40 articles. In addition, he was also appointed as the editorial board and referrer of articles for Sage Open Estudios de Economía Aplicada, International Journal of Social Science Research, Academica UKM, and Planning Malaysia Journal. And on my left side, Dr. Aziz bin Aris. Dr. Aziz is one of the lecturers in the Faculty of Economic Engineering, UiTM City. In 2017, he's obtained a PhD qualification. He also achieved other qualifications such as Member Board of Engineers, Member of Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, IEEE, and Technologies MBOT in Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Dr. Aziz has been awarded with a few awards like bronze and silver medals for many publications of research papers from 2015 to 2019. He was amazingly successful to become a member of several research activities as co-researcher and principal at internal and national level. And Dr. Muhammad Khairi Jalis. Our next panel is Dr. Muhammad Khairi Jalis is a coordinator of curriculum affairs at University Technology Mara UiTM, Terengganu branch. And for him to reach this level, he has achieved many achievements such as being actively involved in research in area of expertise, including articles, chapter in books, and publication of newspaper articles. In addition, he was also awarded several research grants from local and international funders. He was also selected to be involved in the Gold Coast Study Marketing Initiative for the international market. In the meantime, he supervised 2 PhD students and complete 2 research projects. Okay, now come to our first agenda. We are pleased to invite our first presenter to present. Please, Izwan Afendi Nasri.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see my slide? Can you see my slide?
Yes.
Okay. So I will begin now. Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Izwan Afendi bin Nasri. Today I would like to present to you about the influence of macroeconomic variables towards the stock market performance in Malaysia. So let's get started. So this is my presentation outline for my presentation research proposal today. So let's begin with the first one, which is the introduction part. So now, before I get started, did you know that the stock index basically tells us how the stock market are performing? So in Malaysia, or also known as the FBM KLCI, is one of the index in Malaysia which indicates the stock market performance. So according to Azam, Hasib and Raji 2016, they mentioned that the stock market index has an impact towards the country's economy and bring a significant impact towards it. So basically, according to Knight 2013, he mentioned that the stock market is generally well known because it provides a long-term capital to listed companies, and investors will carefully monitor the performance of the stock market before investing some funds into that public listed company. So now let's move on with the second one, which is the problem statement. So basically, the problem statement of my research proposal would be the instability of macroeconomic factor could impact negatively towards the stock market performance, according to Aurangzeb 2012. So now, according to Baharuddin 2021, he mentioned that the global pandemic influenced the macroeconomic variables. This indicates that all the macroeconomic variables has an influence towards the stock market performance. So now let's move on with the research objective of my research proposal. So for the first one is to investigate the relationship between the economic growth and stock market performance in Malaysia. Secondly is to determine the relationship between the inflation rate and also the stock market performance. Third is to investigate the relationship between interest rate and also stock market performance in Malaysia. Fourth is to analyze the relationship between money supply and stock market performance in Malaysia. Last but not least, to evaluate the relationship between unemployment rate and stock market performance in Malaysia. So now, this would be the scope and limitation of study for my research proposal. So the scope of the study is to study the influence of macroeconomic variables towards the stock market performance in Malaysia. So previously, I have done the research proposal which comprised of 6 Asia countries. However, for my research proposal in this mentorship program, I only focusing on one country, which is Malaysia only. So now, the duration of my studies would be yearly basis from 1990 to 2020. So now, what is the limitation of the study that I'm facing while doing the research proposal? So the first one would be time constraints. Basically, during my proposal implementation, there's time constraint is the one of the factor that I am facing. Secondly, would be the lack of experience, since this is my first research proposal. Thus, I have a lack of experience doing it. So I'm hoping by performing this mentorship program, I am able to get a wide range of expertise, especially in research proposal implementation. So third is the accuracy and reliability of data. So basically, it is hard for me to find a source that available in the website. So reliability of data, I am able to obtain from the ICON and the World Bank website. So now, these are the 4 theoretical findings and literature reviews that I have come up with. The first one would be the Keynesian theory. The second one is the Philip curve theory. Third is Okun's law, and last but not least is the quantity of theory of money. So now let's move on with the next one, which is the empirical findings. So in these findings, I would like to identify the relationship between the IV, which is the independent variable, and also the stock market performance. So basically for the economic growth, according to Bobakari and Jim, there's a positive relationship between stock market and also the economic growth. However, for the inflation rate, according to Tripathi and Seth 2014, they mentioned that the stock returns and inflation have a co-integrating connections. So as for the interest rate, the rising interest rate could hurt the stock market performance, according to Otieno Nugi. Fourth is the unemployment rate, which has a negative relationship between the unemployment with the stock market performance. Then last but not least is the money supply, which is the stock returns are influenced and on changes in the exchange rate and money supply. So now, let me show you the theoretical framework for my research proposal, which consists of the IV, independent variables, and DV, the dependent variables. I would like to know how the IV, the independent variables, could impact towards the dependent variables, which is the stock market performance. So the variables that I have identified for my research proposal, which is economic growth, inflation rate, interest rate, money supply, and unemployment rate. So now, let's take a look at the hypothesis development that I have come up with. They are H1, which means H null, and H1 to identify whether there's a significant relationship between both independent variables and dependent variables. So the first one is the economic growth. I would like to identify whether there's a significant impact towards the stock market performance, or there's a significant relationship between the stock market performance. So now let's take a look at the methodology that I have come out with, which is the stock market index. The proxy would be the KLCI, the economic growth would be the GDP, the inflation rate would be CPI, which stands for Consumer Price Index, interest rate, which is the proxy would be real interest rate, money supply, which is M2, and unemployment rate would be unemployment rate. So after I have conducted my research proposal, I have using the eView software to identify and findings and analysis towards the data of Malaysia. For your information, I am using secondary data, which methodology that I have used is quantitative approach. So by using the eViews, I am able to identify what are the variables that has an impact towards the dependent variables. So these are my findings and analysis, which is the VIF procedure, variance, where the procedure shows that it's less than 5, hence it means that we accept the independent variables. So after I have findings and analysis towards my country, Malaysia, I have come up with one, H0 and H1, which there's a significant relationship between at least one of the macroeconomic variables, and another one, there is a significant relationship between one of macroeconomic variables towards the FPM-KLCI in Malaysia. So after I have conducted my studies, the implication of the studies towards the researchers is they are able to use my research proposal studies to identify on the future research. Secondly, is contribution to existing and potential investor. So as we all aware that investor would like to invest in a company which is good and performing well. So hence, by looking at my research proposal, they are able to identify what type of investment opportunity that they're able to understand before they start to invest in that particular company. So last but not least is for the contribution to the government and also policymaker. So the government and policymaker are able to make use of my research to identify whether they are making the good decision before implementing certain policies. So in conclusion, there is significant relationship between at least one of the macroeconomic variables towards the FBM-KLCI in Malaysia. So for my recommendation for future research work is I would consider them to use monthly data instead, because I am using yearly basis. However, it is not enough. So based on my understanding and my exploration right now, I'm considering to use the monthly data in the future, extending the time span, which is from 1980s to 2020, and last but not least, explore various data sets from countries in other regions such as the United States or Japan or Singapore or even South Korea to identify whether their data are able to help me to overcome the problem. So that's all from me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum and have a nice day.
We pass question and answer session to Dr. Wan Anissa Banom and other panels.
Thank you, Mr. Oslan.
I'm sorry?
Congratulations, Mr. Izwan Effendi,
Thank
for
you.
being able to present confidently live today. Okay, very confident. I'm impressed. I understand that you are interested to further study at master or PhD level, isn't it, Izwan?
Yes, currently I'm a final year student and I already finished my semester 5. Right now I am doing an internship.
Okay. Before we suggest improvement for research at master or PhD level, we will ask a few questions just to check whether you understand your research proposal for degree level, one step at a time. So the questions are, okay, Izwan, are you ready?
Yes.
Why macroeconomics and how COVID-19 influenced stock market performance?
Okay, the main reason why I chose macroeconomic instead of micro is because macro focus on wider range, or in other words, a wider scope compared to micro, because micro studies on the behavioral of economy in that particular country. However, for macro, it focuses on the wider range. So for the next question is how COVID-19 influenced the stock market performance. So basically the COVID-19 can impact the stock market performance because businesses are unable to perform during that time. So basically when that happened, take Asia for example, during COVID-19, their businesses went down. So we can say that the stock market performance are heavily affected during this time.
Okay, now the questions. Why do you think increase in unemployment rate can affect stock market performance? Because nowadays we know about unemployment rate, isn't it?
Okay,
It's a little bit.
so in my opinion, unemployment rate can affect the stock market performance because the fact that people are unable to work on daily basis, they are unable to produce or to be productive in that particular country. So in my opinion, unemployment rate can heavily affect it during this time and affect the stock market performance. We take Asia another for example, many people has been laid off. So when that happened, the country unable to be productive during that time. So it heavily affected towards the stock market performance, and also it could impact negatively towards the economic growth.
Okay. In the research proposal, you should add the explanation of the income. Okay. I like to invite Puan Pungki.
Okay.
If you have any questions, and then you may suggest to
Yeah.
improve Izwan research proposal from degree to master and PhD level, since he is interested to further study.
Iya, alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Dr. Anissa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. My name is Pungki Lela Saputri. Actually, it's Pungki, not Pangki. Yeah. I am a lecturer at the Faculty of Economics, Universitas Islam Sultan Agung, Unisula Indonesia. And first, it's an honor for me to be here as a panel on the third mentorship program 2022. First of all, I would like to say thank you to UITM Cawangan Terengganu, especially the respectable Dr. Wan Anissa Bandung, the panel committee, and all the participants here. First, hello, Izwan. Congratulations, Izwan, for choosing the fast track program. I believe that this is not an easy thing to decide, but finally here you are for choosing the fast track program. So, if the target is the master degree and PhD fast track program, of course, I will ask you a few more things. Yeah? Okay. First, what is the novelty of the study, Izwan? The existence of novelty is very important for a study, especially in making proposals for the preparation for fast track program. Novelty can be seen from many aspects, Izwan. It can be the renewal of the variables, and then the model that you build, and then to research method you use for analysis, or what is the novelty of your research, Izwan?
Okay, so basically I understand the word novelty. Novelty means something which is completely different, right? So in my opinion, the most important thing is the methodology choices that I make. So since I would like to make a quantitative approach, I am using a quantitative approach to identify whether I am looking at the problem DV and IV. So basically the most important part in this research proposal would be performing the quantitative approach. Yes. Is that correct? Because I'm not very familiar with the terms novelty, but that's my understanding.
Okay. What kind of quantitative approach that you use? regression, or what kind of quantitative research that you use?
Quantitative approach, I'm
Yeah.
able to obtain the time series data, is it?
Okay.
Okay.
I get it. Okay, thank you, Ishwan. And then, seen in the research objective, yeah, what's the difference between investigate and then you type there investigate, to determine, to analyze, and to elevate. What is the difference between those things? Yeah.
Okay, basically, the reason why I chose the word investigate, determine, investigate, analyze, and evaluate, because it has a different kind of terms. So as for the investigate, it means something to look into. Meanwhile, for determine is to find out, and to analyze, it means to performing in-depth study. Last but not least, would be the evaluate. It means judgment. So in my opinion, when we say about the evaluation, it means that we want to make a decision making at the end of our research. So that's my answer.
Oh, okay. I think my research objective in one special pattern, for example, to analyze the influence of independent variables on dependent variables. That's why the research will be more focused and in depth, not spread too widely with various insignificant aspects to include. Yeah, that's my suggestion.
Okay.
Okay. And then I want to ask you more about you present on hypothesis development. Yeah. Why does the development of hypothesis only use relationships between variables? You said there's just significant and not significant. Why not to add them to the direction of influence, maybe positive or negatively effect? Why?
Okay. The reason is because I would like to identify the relationship between one variables and the other variables. I would like to understand why the independent variables such as the economic growth, GDP, could affect towards the DB, which is the stock market performance. So I would like to compare between both. Yes, this is my approach lah.
Oh yeah. I give you a suggestion. Yeah. Boleh ya? Boleh. Boleh. So as I know as one, hypothesis, there are exist open hypothesis and closed hypothesis. There is nothing wrong with this. There is nothing wrong if you just add significant and not significant, or you can put negatively or positively effect. But my suggestion is that the hypothesis consists of the strength of the relationship and the direction influence, that one that I said, positive or negative. So you, as a researcher, must be independent in determining previous theories and previous research to be used as the basis for hypothesis building. Ya, jadi S1 dalam membangun model, S1 boleh sangat menjadi independen, ya, sangat, ya. So as I see, can be seen in the literature review, your slide before, that you have not been consistent in writing down the empirical findings. Yeah, some include the direction of influence, such as unemployment rate. Please look at unemployment rate. Yeah, in unemployment rate, you said negative relationship between blah 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 blah. Yeah, but some of them you don't put any positive or negatively effect. Yeah. Nah, so it needs to be corrected in the empirical review section as well as the hypothesis. Now, because that's the foundation, because literature review is the foundation for you to build a model.
Okay, understand.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'm a little bit curious about your whole file. I mean, your whole file, since the covers and to the references, because you said that you use time series,
I'm sorry?
Isn't it? You use time series
Yes, time
analysis.
series data, yes.
Nah, this one that I will give a highlight for you. As I know, time series are the most sensitive data as one. Very sensitive between cross-section, panels, and time series. Time series is more sensitive. Yeah. We cannot be directly process regression actually for time series regression. Yeah. We have to go through the unit root test first. Okay, the unit root test it's something what apa ya? Is a time series data for stationarity test. Yeah, you can search many references about unit root test and stationarity test. Yeah, or maybe you can ask Dr. Khairi because his field of research is economic development. He must be knowing about this one for time series data. Yeah. This one is to avoid spurious regression. Spurious regression in bahasa it means regresi lancung. We don't want a regresi lancung. We don't want any spurious regression. Yeah, direct regression is spurious regression is a regression model that states as a reality that variable is related and has influence, but actually it's not. Yeah, but actually it's not. Yeah, so it's fair that this inappropriate result, yeah, adanya inappropriate results will affect the author's error in providing recommendation. So, as we know that your recommendation is very important thing of your research. Okay, okay. So we don't want any spurious regression in this time series data. Okay, soon. Yeah. Okay. I think. Yeah. I think that's all. H1 and Dr. Nisa. You feel free to contact me anytime H1 di luar, yeah, out of this program. You feel free to contact me anytime. You can ask my contact to Hanif actually, and we can discuss anytime insyaAllah. Thank you, Dr. Anissa.
Thank you so much, Bu Pungki. Okay, and then thank you also for many suggestions to improve his thesis. Okay, and then about Dr. Hairi, on my right side here is one. This Dr. Hairi, he always go to Kuala Lumpur, okay, and then he will meet you there, okay. So you can get a special consultation from Dr. Hairi. And maybe you can go to Indonesia also to meet Bu Pungki. Yeah, she also can give special consultation. Okay, Dr. Hairi, okay, the technical and award award recommendation part, he has a few suggestions also.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, thank you very much. It's a great presentation, Mr. Izwan. I think I really enjoy your presentation. Very clear, sharp, on the spot, all the time. You hit the point. You can make me without. Well, my background is gastronomy tourism, about local food. But when you do your presentation, I can see that you really hit the note and you really educate the audiences, including myself. Today, I'm learning about microeconomics and what are the factors that really influence on the performance of microeconomics. Maybe I actually have a few things to share with you. Maybe you could consider. It doesn't necessarily mean this is the thing that you need to really look and really follow whatever suggestion that I've like to point out. The first thing that I like to talk and ask you about the selling point of this study. I mean, I agree with Madam Pungki and also Dr. Wan Anissa Banam just now about this study. When we talk about upgrading the direction of this study, especially at the postgraduate level and even in academic perspective, the contributions, the novelty especially in academics, it's very important. You need to consider this in so many ways, and also in practical perspective. Of course, your studies, I can see some of the way, half of the focus on the applied side. You don't try not to forget in PhD level, the contribution is more on academic side, way more important. People want to see this in pure research. What is the selling point of proposing this study, if I may ask you?
Okay, basically the selling point for my research proposal is to identify whether the stock market performance has been affected negatively during COVID-19 pandemic. So I would like to educate people or to make a proposal that to get the studies whether the research proposal shows how stock market performance is affected during this time.
Right, that's good. But that's a really good answer. But you need to really go deeper, like Madam Punki was mentioning just now. You need to go a little bit more deeper on this. Especially, you would want to produce something that academic, that not just your study wouldn't resolve or your study wouldn't be able to do anything much beyond what you've been responded just now. I think just one single study, it doesn't solve any problem in this world. But you have to remember some perspective that need to be highlighted and understand deeper.
Yes.
I have the second question about the theoretical perspective. If you mentioned there are a few theories will be you've employed for this study, I'm a little bit confused here. Out of all study, which out of all theories you've mentioned in and written in your document, which theory really relevant that can underpin, really support your theoretical framework? I mean, giving you a clear direction where this study will go. Out of all theories you've mentioned just now,
Theories you mean like Keynesian theory such?
Sorry?
Do you mean theory like Keynesian theory, Philip curve theory like this?
Yeah, you've mentioned about those four theory. But there are four theories, but which one is more relevant and important?
Oh, I see. So in my opinion, the thing that is most theory that is most significant to the study would be the Keynesian theory, because it indicates the economic growth and also the stock market performance. As we all aware that the economic growth, which is the proxy, would be the GDP. GDP is one of the benchmark or indicator in that particular country, which could help to identify the theory explained about the relationship between the economic growth and also the stock market performance. So by looking at the Keynesian theory, we can say that the economic growth and also the stock market performance has a positive relationship. It means that it could have an impact towards the stock market performance. So these are the most significant compared to the unemployment rate, money supply, inflation, and also interest rate. So by looking at the Keynesian theory, economic growth is the most significant in my opinion.
Beautiful. I think that's very good. That's another selling point for this study that you need to consider. You know, as mentioned and suggested by Madam Punki just now, the novelty in terms of theoretical part perspective, you need to highlight this in your study. That's very important. You are trying to modify existing theory, or you just trying to enhance the theory, or you would want to come out with another version of existing theory that really applicable in post-pandemic COVID-19. So you would want to see it, because I can see in your problem statement you did mention that during the COVID-19 pandemic, there's a obvious decreasing of macroeconomic performance, which I can see from the graph. I would want to suggest you also, when you want to present your findings, you need to remember addressing the objective. You have too many objectives. I think at master's degree level and also PhD levels, that's too many for you. You need to be very selective. You need to be very specific and focused. Very important for you to do that, to do this. I remember when I did my PhD, addressing one objective, it took me one chapter for one objective. So because I'm a qualitative background researcher, so that's why It needs lengthy is very important. Deeper analysis and addressing the issue is very, very important. Please revisit your objectives and simplify them, and make sure the study is really focused and really deeper. That's very important. You don't want to catch all the fish in the sea in just single fish net. You don't want that. You want to focus on one spot and you try to catch the fish at that particular spot in the sea. That's it. That's your study. It is one small single dot. In one big circle, you just want to hit one small single dot or tiny single dot for the study. And I also would want to suggest you to triangulate your data. I understand that you're proposing a time series data, but it's also very important for you to also consider data triangulations, like you were talking about the historical data, archival documents like reports, etc., etc. When you would want to discuss your finding, addressing each and every objective, you just don't want to present the figures. You would want to support with evidences like annual reports from some of relevant agencies and so on and so forth. I think I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for sharing what you are doing now, and good luck. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hairi. Very nice comment. Thank you. And Izwan, I hope you get good information, okay, from Dr. Hairi.
Thank you, Dr.
With your thesis. Since Izwan interested to further study at master or PhD level, I invite Dr. Aziz to share information regarding the application related to postgraduate study. Dr. Aziz? And Izwan, you may ask any questions while Dr. Aziz presenting, okay?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Izwan, thanks for a very nice presentation. It's congratulations. Right, please allow me to share a few information from Centers of Graduate Studies, UITM. Actually, we are representing UITM Jangan Terengganu since our main is in Shah Alam. So, okay, give me a few minutes for sharing this information. I'm sorry. So I hope everyone can see my slide or my. Okay, this is a real-time sharing, which is I directly go to the ipsis.uitm.edu.my. Actually, for those interested to pursue the studies, masters or PhD, since I'm a coordinator on a research mode, so maybe it's my sharing is more on the research, because I actually for the by coursework or the mixed mode as usual, same as the other program. All right, so this is just the front page for our website for IPSIS, okay, Institute of Postgraduate, UITM. So if you can see in my presentation, so application for 2022 and 23 actually already open, start 9 May in 2022 and will end on 31st August 2022. So for get more information, so everyone can just click the admission. Okay, so this web will appear. Right, so you can scroll down from the website. Right, all right. For the candidate, select for research program. So everyone can find out the potential supervisors, okay, from your ITM expert profile. Okay, just click the UiTM expert profile. So all the numbers of lecturers, professors from the whole UiTM. Okay, all the data here. So for example, this is a top researcher by grade amount for 2022. So candidate able to choose who's the potential supervisor. All right. So for more detail, candidate can click at my expertise. All right. So once we click my expertise, so everyone can see. Okay. This is for the lecturers. So your item expert. Okay. You also can click the your item expert, and you're able to select which course you select. So here I give an example. For example, since I am engineering, so it's easy for me. So this is engineering technology. So we have 1,349 lecturers that's able to supervise for the candidate. All right, just click the engineering. So engineering and technologies. All right. So for those interested to doing the research, masters or PhD in a specific topic. So for example, communication engineering, just click communication engineering. So actually these numbers in the bracket to represent the numbers of lecturers. You can able to contact, okay, to discuss any topic. All right. So this is a radio frequency, for example, just click radio frequency. So you can find out the numbers of lecturers, their name and their CV. Okay. So it's very, actually the websites are very user friendly and simple for those who are trying to get opportunities to study in UiTM. So if you want to explore our studies area, just scroll down and you can click any course, science, technologies, business management, social science and humanities. Okay, just click the read more. So all the information for faculties there. Okay, so this is for business management, faculty of accountancy, account research institute. Okay, back to the front. All right, this is for fees. Okay, what is the fees in your ITM? For international students, the visa fees and accumulation for those are interested to try to find out, okay, the accumulation that available in UiTM, whether Isha Alam, Terengganu, and any branches that offer the program. All right, since we are open the registration for the next coming intake, so all the candidates able to register for the studies, just click the registration. Okay, for the new, just click for sign up, and your item will provide the link to the step how do you fill in your application through online. So unfortunately for today, I am unable to show in detail, okay, the process to fill the form because of for the candidate have need to buy the PIN, okay, from Bank Simpanan Nasional (BSN). Also for international, have to buy this PIN for 50 ringgit, 50 ringgit Malaysia, okay, and then just fill up the form online. It's a very simple fill up application, all right? So I think that's all my sharing. How to start your journey in a master's or PhD, okay, in a few program in your ITM, okay. So actually we offer a lot of program in your ITM, and a lot of faculty offer the research mode at the level of master's or PhD. So I hope this is enough for us to share today how to register the postgraduate studies. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Aziz. Good information because I also want to further my studies to master and PhD level. Next, we are pleased to invite our second presenter to present. Please, Miss Salma Lutfia Rahmawati.
Thank you for the time. I will present my presentation. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Your Excellencies, Dr. Mohairi Ismail, Dr. Wan Anissa Bandung Dato' Saleh, Dr. Moh Aziz Aris, and Dr. Mothairi Jalis, and all lecturers who has come with pleasure in this conference. Before beginning the presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Salma Lutfia Rahmawati, currently studying management major in Universitas Islam Sultan Agung, Semarang, Indonesia. Today, on Saturday, 2nd of July 2022, I would like to present my proposal which is entitled Improving Azura Labs Employee Selection System using Notion Software. So we are going to the first step. I'll show you the presentation outline. The development of technology that occurs today is a manifestation of the development of human resources. The development of technology today also creates convenience in designing a wide variety of selection methods for selecting employee candidates that suit the needs of the company. Such technology was created to improve efficiency and neatness in the management system. By utilizing technology, companies can minimize the negative possibilities that can occur in the selection system. Azura Software House is a consulting company engaged in information technology to provide solutions related to information technology, digital marketing, and business consulting. During the internship, I was placed in the Nusantara Studio, which is an outsourcing-oriented project. I got a lot of experiences there, such as managing the screening stage, interview, and test process. By doing the previous tasks, I found some problems that needed to be solved. First, checking speed in the screening stage needs a little improvement. The screening stage is directly carried out by the director of Azura Labs who has a busy schedule, so it's likely interferes with the speed and punctually in carrying out the selection process. Second, the selection design in the interview stage is not yet efficient. The adjustment of the interview time between the candidate and the interviewer is still manual. Besides that, infrequently, the interviewer cannot be contacted quickly. This leads to a lot of time being wasted. Moreover, in this project, there are a lot of job applicants who are increasing every day, so time efficiency is needed. Third, frequently vehicle test stage system. The company has not yet determined a structured test system. This causes the interested employee to have to find the right way to give the test himself. Such a system can create new problems in selection management. It is undeniable that sometimes this employee is on leave on absent or sick, so the task is entrusted to the other employees that can change the system before, and then this can bring other new problems. Fourth, labor management still needs to be improved. One of the cultures carried out by many companies is to do morning briefings before working. It does look simple, but it has big impacts in performance. So the team leaders need to hold a briefing to build more and communication between teams before they start their work. Fifth, selection stage still needs improvement. Azura Labs company doesn't yet have a structured selection system because the procedures of each selection stage often experience problems. The selection stage begins with the screening, interview, and test stage if necessary. And I think the systems are still very simple and need a little bit more improvement. 6. Job description has not been divided specifically. The division of tasks has not been organized and it overlaps. The case occurs because two different people handle one task while haven't communicate each other. This can lead to many errors that can impact the performance. 7. Candidate data collection system through Google Sheet is ineffective. After offering the job application, the candidate's data will be automatically inputted into a Google spreadsheet titled hiring form. Then the company's director will screen the candidates who are judged to have passed the interview stage. The problem is in the next stage where the selector will re-enter the candidate's data into another Google spreadsheet form. This mechanism is considered ineffective because the entry of data is carried out repeatedly and manually. Then data like this make it difficult for selectors to group the status of which candidates have been contacted, who will be interviewed, who has been interviewed, or who has not been accepted. This grouping is only limited to color specification on the same sheet, so it still looks untidy and unprofessional. Therefore, this kind of data collection mechanism should be immediately changed using another method to make it more easy. To make it easier. And this is the core problem of this research. This is the Nusantara Studio hiring form in Google spreadsheet style. It contains the data of candidates that needed for screening, and I think the form is not neat and need improvement. After passing the screening process, the data of candidate will be moved to consultant from Azurales form, and it contains the complete data. It also contains what are the capabilities, level, and platform in programming. This is the test stage form. And next, the last one is the talent pool form, which added with working status column of the accepted candidate. About selection. According to Hasibuan 2014, selection is an operational step in human resource management in the form of procurement and employee selection. Through this stage, the company can determine how many applicants are needed or the detailed specification of the employees to be accepted. And according to RIFAI 2018, selection is an activity in human resource management that is carried out after the recruitment process. This indicates that several qualified applicants have been collected and then selected which ones can be taken as employees in a company. Next, I'll explain about outsource. Nusantara Studio project is a project oriented towards outsourcing. According to Law number 11 of 2020 or UU Cipta Kerja, outsourcing is an employment relationship between an outsourcing company and the workers. It employs based on an employment agreement made in writing, both a certain time work agreement and an indefinite time work agreement. According to Widodo 2015, outsourcing is the submission of the company's activity to third parties to obtain professional and world-class job performance. Outsourcing is also a strategic step for the company in the sense of having a contribution in determining the growth or not of the company. Next, selection process. According to RIFAI 2018, the selection process of new employees is generally as follows. First, preliminary interview. This process aims to eliminate those applicants who don't meet the condition determined by the company based on the data and information provided by job applicants. Second, selection test. Applicants who are declared pass in the initial interview process will be tested to assess their abilities, technical skills, general knowledge, and personal. Third, employment interview. It is an interaction between an interviewer and an applicant who has the potential to be accepted as an employee. This interview is usually a formal conversation to find out if the interview is suitable. Background checks and references. Both are processes for verifying the information provided by applicants. The company will call or send an official letter to close friend of the applicant or the applicant's family and the company where the applicant previously worked to ensure that the information provided by applicant is correct and appropriate. With medical evaluation, the medical evaluation aims to ensure physical health to reduce absenteeism, reduce medical expense, and life insurance costs. 6. Selection decision. At this stage, the company will decide whether such applicants are accepted as employees or not. 7. Appointment letter. The last step is to appoint applicants who have been selected as employees by issue an appointment letter. It begins with announcing the person concerned and discussing the contract until the determination of the start date of work. Currently, Azura Lab still collecting candidate data through Google spreadsheets, which are considered ineffective. And I think that Notion is the answer of the problem. Notion is an all-in-one workspace software used for note-taking, knowledge and data management, and project and task management. Initially, the software was intended to create notes with a simple appearance. But in its development, the software is also designed to help company members But in its development, the software is also designed to help company members, organization, and even school students to increase efficiency and productivity. Its simple appearance will make it easier for humans to operate it. This data management app offers an uneven workspace which allows users to comment on ongoing projects, participate in discussions, and receive feedback. Notion is also suitable as an alternative to the use of Google Docs, Notepad, Google Sheets, and so on. Notion can process documents that support many formats such as paragraphs, lists, tables, cards, and schedule in one place flexibly. Notion can display various data on one page or in sub-pages. The shape of the data on Notion can be changed at any time according to the needs of the user. Unlike Google Spreadsheets, which can only display data using a table format. This is the example of simple concept of Notion that I've made. If the candidate has passed the interview, we just need to drag the data to the next column, just like this. And this is the example of template of candidate data in Notion that I've made. We can input the new data of candidates easily using Notion software. Next, this is the theoretical framework that I use in my research. Selection process according to RIFI 2018 as independent variable, selection system improvement as dependent variable, and Notion software as moderating variable. I think that's all. Thanks for your full attention. And pardon for all the distraction. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Ms. Salma, for addressing this interesting topic. Ladies and gentlemen, I will pass a question and answer session to Dr. Muhammad Khairi Ismail and other panels.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. And thank you for Salma for a great presentation. I see that you have your own effort to make it simple and easy for us to understand what you try to explain. Okay, for the question, maybe I will ask to Dr. Airi, but I have some suggestion for the proposal. Okay, the first one is about your problem statement. Okay, I see that you put a lot of point there, which is you have 7 points to explain your problems statement. Okay, for the academic purpose, normally the problem statement must be clear and make it simple to understand. Easy, you try to find the main issue, what you try to explain. And then in the problem statement, supposedly you address the issue and you try to give a solution. Solution means that how your study can contribute to the knowledge and solve the problem. So we can see the significance of your study based on your research problem. Okay. Okay, the second one is about your literature review. Okay, I see you try to identify all the factors related to your study and then you come up with the theoretical framework. Is it like that? Okay. Actually, when you try to explain about the literature review, it's not just you summarize, but it's more to synthesis, which is you need to combine all the information and try to understand what is the issue based on the previous study, which is maybe you can make it different for your research compared to the past study, which is before this we have A, but based on the your reading, maybe we try to make it something different. Okay, so that's why for literature review, it's better to more synthesis compared to summary. But I see that you try to identify all the factor and easy for us to understand. But for the to make it better is you need to compare all the information and try to show what is the difference your study compared to the previous one. Okay. The next one is about your theoretical framework. Okay, I'm not sure you try to come up with the conceptual framework or theoretical framework. Normally, when we discuss about theoretical framework, you need to have the theory. Okay, but if you have conceptual framework, actually the framework show how you relate all the variable for your study. So that one I'm not explain more, but I think your presentation have the flow, but you need to focus on the problem statement and also the literature review for the synthesis process. Okay, I think I pass to the Tyree for any question or comment.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, Miss Salma. How are you?
I'm good actually, but I got a little bit cold.
Yeah, we can see that. Please take care of yourself. It's very important to stay fit, especially you are actually in this session. I mean, yeah, of course, we are. It is something that unavoidable, but yeah, I would advise you when you have a difficulty with your throat, as a presenter, it's okay for you to prepare a glass of water in front of you and drink up. Make sure you drink. There's a time you need to pause, take a break, breathe, and drink some water. That's a good tips from all of us. Make sure that you do that. Don't worry, it's not insulting the audiences at all. That's the way as a presenter, okay? We understand. Right, Miss Alma, thank you very much. Well done, and congratulate to you for the beautiful presentation with beautiful smiley face. I can see all the way from Malaysia. You keep on smiling, which is good. Enjoying your presentation. Alhamdulillah. So I maybe have one or two questions. I would want to ask you because I've read and I've gone through your document. It's not a thick document, but it's really something. You show us there's effort that you've been put forward. There's too much effort, and the detail is there in the document. Just want to ask you, what is actually the aim, the goal of this study? What is the aim or the goal of this study? If you can make it clearer. Can you respond to me?
I hear. Okay. The goal of my study is I want to make the system and the company that I ha, that I was that I have internship there to I want to improve their system because I think I have a difficulties when I was doing my job there. So in during the internship, I found that Notion is really a good software for solving the problem that I face there. So I think that's the goal.
Okay, that's good. That's very clear and straightforward. I think you should put that
Okay.
in your document. Write it down in your document. Make us
Okay.
understand better in your document, because I couldn't find the aim of the study. You have the objective, but it's not enough. Not what you're proposing and presenting just now, making more sense. But in your document, it doesn't really speak clearly what you are trying to propose. Maybe you would want to be a little bit sincere and honest when you write your document, your research proposal. I do understand that you correct me if I'm wrong. I understand based on your presentation that you would want to see the effectiveness of the Notion software in job recruitment for employment, isn't it? That's what you have high interest on the software that helping to simplify existing recruitment process, isn't it? That's what you want to do. Yeah.
That's right.
This is the thing that I'd like to also suggest you in for the direction of this study. Maybe you would want to consider. This is not something that you must do. It is just my single opinion that you would want to discuss with your supervisor or your supervisory team for the betterment of your study. Maybe you would want to look from the perspective of uh, adoptions of Notion software rather than improvising the recruitment process. You would want to study on the software itself. You don't want to study so much on the process of job recruitment. That's how I feel. I have the sense that you're really into the software. So you would want to study on the software adoption rather than studying about the step-by-step recruitment process. So the keyword here, Notion software adoptions in job recruitment of which organization. You have to mention which organization. So make it more specific. Okay. Maybe another thing that I would want to suggest you, because it is an adoption, you just want to test whether the Notion software really gives something into the selection or recruitment process. You would want to consider on cases. Maybe you would want to go for a single case study, or you would want to go multiple cases. So you give these cases, a few, one or two organization. I have this software, Notion software. So I would want to propose to you, I'm doing this research. I just want to see how does this software improvise based on this software, how it helped you to simplify the job recruitment. So you follow the process and also the utilization of the software. Are you following me, Salma? Yeah, that's what
I can hear you.
that's good. That's the thing that I would want to suggest you for the betterment of your study. And I would also advise you need to be very careful with your statement, especially in your document. Some of the time you make a very strong statement, like saying conventional way of recruiting people. The process doesn't make any different from using specific software. It does. It makes a lot of difference. There's a huge differences. Utilizing software, electronic way of recruitment, and also conventional way, manually done, it does make a lot of difference in terms of time, process, efforts, and many more, etc., etc. So you need to be very sensitive and be very careful with your statement. That's what Dr. Khairi mentioned just now. The first panel said synthesis, and also you need to articulate in the keyword here. You need to read and understand the literature, critically analyze and analytically write in academics. So there's a difference. So you need to demonstrate there's a difference. If not, then what is the point of using the software if there's no difference? Using software and manually done, you said not many differences. So why must you propose using a software then? I would rather go for and practice manually or conventionally. recruiting people if there's not much different between these two methods. Next thing that I'd like to suggest you, maybe you would want to also highlight on the limitation of software utilization, and also you would also want to discuss the existing software that being utilized in job recruitment. It doesn't matter in any kind of businesses, it doesn't matter, but you want to pick and choose a few that really or highly consumed or adopted by, I mean, the most popular one by the organization or businesses. You would want to discuss the, you just want to show that Notion software better in so many perspectives. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I think that's it. Salma, if you feel free to communicate with me if you want to have a little bit more chit chat about your study. I may have a few more things that I could also give some advice for the direction of your study, Salma. But once again, congratulations. I wish you all the best and get well soon and take care and Assalamualaikum.
Thank you.
MC.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Dr. Muhammad Hairi, Ms. Salma, and to all the panel. Now we are pleased to invite our third presenter to present. Please, Nur Ili Izzati binti Azhar, Airi Shazrin bin Muhammad Asri, Afarina Hadirah binti Azman, and Nur Haiza binti Rudini.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, and can I start? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning. Assalamualaikum and good morning, or can I say afternoon already? And hi to my friends and all panelists, Dr. Hairi, Dr. Khairi, Dr. Aziz, Dr. Wanisa Banu, and Ms. Muki. Hi. Okay. So I Aidish Azrin and other three presenter from UiTM Dugun, Terengganu. We start now. Okay. Today our topics or our title is the determinant of good price. Then these are my friends that we present with me today, Ilizati, Nohaiza, and Afrina Adira. Are you there, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, now as the first presenter, we present the introduction of our study. As you know, good is really valuable now, right? For certain people, purchasing good can serve the purpose of acting as an investment. It also true that the price of good can be affected by the economic environment and it effect on decreasing and increasing on good price. So, what is the real main causes that make price of good is decreasing and increasing, and how can they control the price of good until these days, right? Okay, all these questions will be answered today by our research. But for your information, our study only cover for certain part and doesn't cover for overall part like the history of good, element of good, or something like that. So our study today that we focus on is the determinant of good price. Okay, on the following slides, we look at some sample problem statements. Throughout history, good has been used as a currency and a symbol of wealth. Since it's so distinctive, it performs a wide variety of roles in the economy because of it. There are still fears about the good price fluctuating, despite the fact that good has been a valuable commodity for centuries. After the mid-18, as I remember, the price of gold stayed the same for the next 20 to 25 years. However, since 1899, it has been steadily rising. According to the research, gold price also fluctuates because of political unpredictability. The price of gold rises as a result of political turmoil, which in turn increase the demand of the gold. As a result, more research is needed to determine the gold actual price, and investing in digital gold may be the best option because digital gold is a virtual method of purchasing and investing it without having to hold the gold physically. And of course, the company must comply with Sharia. For example, today, quantum metal gold and public gold, right? Okay. So because of the economic and the price of gold on the market, it's better for you to save even grams of gold. Okay. Next, I will pass it to Afrina.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Afrina. Thank you, Iril. I will proceed with the research objectives. As we can see here, our general objectives is to determine the factor of gold price in Malaysia. Then we have come up with a more specific objective, which are to identify the factor of gold price. Second is to measure the relationship between the factor of gold price in Malaysia. And the last one is to propose the recommendation about the gold price in Malaysia. Next, from the research objective, we have come out with the research questions to get more in-depth understanding by questioning the objective of our research. So here in the slide, there are 3 research questions, which are: what are the factor of gold price? What is the relationship between the factor of gold price? And lastly, what is the recommendation of gold price in Malaysia? Next, I'll present about the scope of the study. In our research, the scope of our study is more focused on the specific factors which are based in Malaysia. Hence, the data collected for our research are over 30 months period from the year of 2016 until 2018. After analyzing from previous studies, we found that the best variables to use are inflation rate, unemployment rate, and crude palm oil. The sources to collect our data are from reliable sources such as Index Mandi, Trading Economics, and Bank Negara Malaysia itself. Let's move on to the limitation of the study, which is this study only covers data in Malaysia. Therefore, from 2016 until June 2018. Hence, it does not cover the COVID-19 pandemic and any economic crisis in Malaysia. Next, I will present. The next presenter is Ili Zati.
Okay, thank you, Afarina. Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ili Zati. So I proceed with the significance of the study. The first one is a contribution to the knowledge, which will assist readers in determining what is causing the price of gold to shift. The second one is contribution to the methods, as it can be used as a reference for future study and researchers. And the last one is contribution to policy propose, which helps policymakers to choose the best way and techniques to predict the price of gold. Next, I will pass to Haiza.
Thank you, Ili. Hi, I'm Nur Haiza. Moving on to the literature review, the leading researchers that we have in our field of investigation are shown in the table here. By using a different objective and methodology, both studies reach unsimilar findings, whereas they examine different independent variables. But still, these reviews from previous study really help and will be our guidance throughout this study. Next, I pass to Irene.
Okay, this is my part. This slide that we show is to show you the independent and dependent variables. The DV that we study is of course the gold price. Then these are the three IV, which are inflation rate, unemployment rate, and crude palm oil. That's all. Next, I will pass to Faiza again.
Thank you, Iril.
Welcome.
Under the theoretical framework, we use functional and econometric models. From the previous shown model, we developed these three hypotheses to check or investigate whether there is any relationship between independent variables, which are the inflation rate, unemployment rate, and crude palm oil with the gold price. Next, I'll pass to Ili to explain more about the methods used.
Okay, thank you, Aiza. As for the methods, you can see here, I listed the three objectives that have been mentioned by Afarina. So we are using three different types of methods for the three objectives, which are descriptive analysis, regression analysis, and support from the literature review. The expected result will tell us if the gold price has a relationship with their independent variables or not. And what is the best recommendation we can give about the gold price? I think that's all from us. Thank you for listening.
Thank you to all presenters. Now we pass Q&A session to Dr. Wan Anissa Banom and other panels.
Congratulations, Iril and the team, for being able to present the research proposal. Such a great teamwork. I understand that not easy to work as a team, especially online presentation. Now, I will begin asking few basic questions. Then, Puan Pungki, Dr. Hairi Ismail, and Dr. Hairi Jalis will continue with a few more questions and provide suggestions for improvement. Okay, ready for the questions, ladies and Iril?
Yeah, madam.
Yes.
What motivated or inspired you to choose gold price as your proposal topic? Basic questions, but I hope you can answer the questions.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Let me answer these questions. Okay, thank you for the questions again. What motivated and inspired us to choose gold price is because we know that gold is a good investment since it can help us in terms of financial. And as you may know, the gold price always fluctuates and it makes us wonder why is it happening and what factors make the price go up and down. That is why we choose the gold price as our proposal topic. Thank you.
Okay, I thought that you like gold. That's why you choose gold, but I accept your answer. Okay,
Aizan likes gold.
one simple question also. This is to break the ice before the other panels ask a little bit difficult questions. Yeah. Do you think gold is relevant in the future?
All right. Thank you, Dr. Vanessa Banom. Okay, I will answer this question. So this question is the straightforward. So I will answer it straightforward too. For me, good will still relevant in future. Why? First, good in this world is finite. So when the demand is higher than supply, the value will be higher and higher in future, right? Second, good is very highly useful, very versatile, and it's a durable metal. Third, producing good is an expensive exercise that requires sifting through tons of waste rock to exact just a few grams. So with these three reasons, I can confirm that good is still relevant and valuable in future. That's all, madam.
Okay, I will. Still have a question here for you, okay, from Dr. Hairi.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. Okay, my question is very simple. Okay, I see the number of independent variable and dependent variable. So how you choose all the variable in your study? How you come up with the one dependent variable and 3 independent variables? Okay.
I think let me answer this question. Thank you, Dr. Khairi. Okay, so although there are other independent variables such as money supplies, exchange rate, interest rate, and other, but the reason why we pick these independent variables are because based on the previous literature studies that we mentioned before, these IVs are commonly used apart from this data also available at the mentioned reliable site. Only these IVs that have data for January 2016 until June 2018. It means here that we want to have a data that can fit into the time period that we choose, which is the 30 months period. So for the relationship of the IV and DV, we get a negative relationship for the unemployment rate and positive relationship for the inflation rate and crude palm oil. Means here, even though that previous literature review showed that there are positive and negative relationship, we still want to know whether in Malaysia the result would be still the same or not. I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It means that you choose variable based on the literature review past
Yes.
study. Okay,
After-
and then you choose which one is suitable with your scope of that study. Okay, thank you. Maybe I will pass to Dr. Airi for the next question.
Thank you very much, Dr. Airi, and also Dr. Wanan Sabano. Hi. Congratulations for the presentation. Once again, I think I really, it's a very good presentation. I can see beautiful slide, some creativity in this presentation slide. I can see 3 pretty ladies and in the group, and also one a gorgeous gentleman in the team, which is good. Yeah, I have a few, maybe 1 or 2 questions just to ask. Maybe I would want to also provide some improvement for the, I mean, you may consider for the betterment of the study. My first question that I have really come across in my mind. I'm sharing the same question. I mean, the thought that what have been asked by Dr. Wananisa Banum just now. Well, do you think that the focus of the study worth to academic research? Do you think what you are trying to study worth per baloi to be research about the gold price?
Okay, let me answer this question. Thank you, Dr. Harry, for the questions. We all believe it is important to identify the price of gold because by knowing the factor that affect the price of gold, other than the contribution or the significance of the study as stated earlier in our presentation, perhaps we can take a look at the point of view as an investor. As a gold investor, we want to know what the causes or the factor of the trend of the price of gold. When the factors has been known, investor can properly make their plan when to make an investment. For example, if through this research, it is found that there is a relationship between inflation rate and the price of gold, definitely investor will take a look at the inflation rate before making any decision for their investment. Hence, we should say that is it worth it to make this proposal as an academic research. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much, Norili. I think that's a very good one. I think that's the study, the direction of the study, what you mentioned just now, not about studying about the gold price. You need to change that. What you're having now, you're proposing in your proposal, you need to change the direction of the study you are focusing on the investor based on the gold pricing and situation or the scenario, what is happening. I mean, that's more meaningful. That is more meaningful than just trying to identify the gold price. I mean, people, you don't have to study about the gold price. You don't have to identify the gold price. That's not your job as a researcher, because somebody will take that responsibility, not you. You are not the person who will analyze about what will happen today, tomorrow, next month, next year, etc., with the gold price. But you want to study the impact or the idea of the fluctuation of the gold pricing, the scenario, what is happening now, up and down, up and down. That's the thing that you would want. How does this fluctuation really give an impact to certain people, to certain stakeholders, to certain agencies, etc., etc.? That's how I understand. That is far more meaningful. If I may suggest you, maybe you would want to take my points and try to improvise from the existing research proposal. My next question, I just want to ask you what have been asked by Dr. Khairi just now. I mean, it really associate with what I'm trying to ask you in the next few seconds. What is actually the underpinning theory of this study? Have you found any theory that really can be utilized or can be used that can tell and speak or inform about what you are trying to measure in this study? There must be a theory to speak or to tell someone or the reader about your study. Is there any specific theory, or actually you pick and choose from several theories and try to combine them? Which one?
Thank you, Dr. Hairi, for the question. As far as that we know, we haven't found any theory for this study to make it more supported. Means that the solely reason why we choose to choose this topic to make as our proposal is because just to find the objective as we stated earlier. So I would say that there is no theory behind this study.
Right. Thank you very much. I think that's also another good point. I mean, that's also important. You really associate with what have been asked by Dr. Hairi Ismail just now. I mean, justification of predetermined variables selections. That's also important. How you justify based on existing literature. People can say that in any other study, if they want to propose, they can just say that, well, all these variables from existing literature, blah, blah, blah. But then how are you going to justify that your study is unique, that really certain variable can only be focused and employed or utilized, that can speak and make people better understand about what is happening in reality and also academically? You need to really make people understand better in this study, because the outcome of this study, the findings of the study will really reflect what you are trying to do and what you are trying to study. That's enough. I had enough with the question. Maybe if you want to have a chit chat later with me, maybe I can just spare few. I mean, 1 or 2 hours with you if you like to. I'm happy to do that, but it's depend on your supervisory team. If they don't allow you, then that's fine. No drama. Right. I think my suggestion, you need to improvise your existing title. That's very broad. You know, it is important for you when people read the title itself, they can right away understand the direction of this, the aim of the study. But for now, it's there, but not enough. Not really tell me, speak to me, my single opinion. It doesn't speak to me where this study will go. What are you trying to achieve? The aim of the study. It is crucial for a good research topic. It can speak to the reader that you are trying to achieve at the end of the day. That's the first one. The next thing, underpinning theory is also important because you are actually it really guides you, help you in some way to give a direction where the study will go. You don't want to off the track. You always want to maintain that you always walk on the track. If you're running on the track in a stadium, running, so make sure the theory will help you and guide you always on the track. That's my second suggestion. And please revise your theoretical framework, the position of independent and dependent variable. That's very technical. The last, your last objective or the third objective, if I'm not missing, please correct me if I'm wrong. The recommendation you would want to recommend at the end of the study, based on the finding, you will recommend. I don't think that's the scope of your study. That's too far and too much work. Your study the findings of study wouldn't help you to recommend anything. You need to set a boundary. You have the circle and make sure you have the boundary. You will not go off the boundary or beyond the boundary, the circle itself. Your study, the finding that you've expected to have at the end of the day will not helping you to recommend anything. That's how I understand. I think that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hairi. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor, for the suggestion.
Thank you, Dr. Hairi, and to all presenters. We are pleased to invite our last presenter to present. Please, Ms. Evita Siska Mediawati. Sorry. We invite Puan Pungki to give the comment.
For Ilizati groups, probably you have comment. Bu Pungki, do you have any comment?
Yeah, is there?
Do you have any comment for IVIL group just now? They present just now. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, actually, I have some question and suggestion. One, is it possible?
Yes, please.
Yes, okay. You can proceed.
All right. Thank you for the time. Hi, everyone. One gentleman and three beautiful ladies. I am Pungki Rela Saputri from Unisula Indonesia. And actually, my question is about why choose gold as the focus of this research and something else. Yeah, but I get your answer just now. Like you just answer to Dr. Nisa, you just answer to Dr. Hairi and to Dr. Hairi. And maybe I have some others for you guys. And what I'm focusing about the year. Yeah. Why you guys only use data for 2016 to 2018? Is there really anomaly condition of the gold price in the year, or just tell me what is your reason to use that year?
Thank you, Punky, for the question. Actually, the data will hardly found for 30 years. Therefore, we decide to observe only for 30 months of data, excluding the COVID-19 and other financial crisis, and took the stated period only, the 30 months only.
Okay. If I may give you a suggestion, we know that this is a time series research. Using research data for 3 years, I think is very lacking. It's not enough for you. So I want to back to the first point earlier in the background of the study. You said that the price of gold during the COVID pandemic continues to decline. Well, the data used is the year before the COVID-19 pandemic. So it has nothing to do. I think it needs to be corrected in that session. And maybe this one, ladies and gentlemen. I personally always looking for unique phenomena to the research, just like Dr. Hairi said before. I have not found the gate phenomena on the Golden State itself. Yeah, no unique phenomena. In the background of the study, it only mentioned the price of gold during the pandemic, and this is very inconsistent with the time that you use. The time that you use is 2016 until 2018. Yeah. Nah, so try to present the current condition of gold in Malaysia. Yeah, maybe the fluctuation and etc. It can be made in the form of a graph. Maybe you can make the picture, the figure to the graph for to make it easier, yeah, for the reader. So you can follow by a explanation, then leads to why until the price of gold is important for this research. I think I just want to highlight that one. And actually, I have some other question, but yeah, you had answer for the panel before. I think that's all for me.
Thank you, Miss Punki.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Puan Pungki, for the best comment, and thank you to all panelists. We are pleased to invite our last presenter to present. Please, Miss Evita Siska Mediawati.
Okay, thank you. To show my PowerPoint slide. Uh, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Your Excellency Dr. Muhammad Khair Ismail, Dr. Wan Anissa Bahun Datuk Saleh, Dr. Muhaziz Aris, and Dr. Muhairi Chelis, and the world lecturer who has come with pleasure in this conference. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Evita Siska Mediawati, and I am management student of the Economic Faculty, Islam Sultan Agung Semarang, Indonesia. Today, on Saturday, 2 of May 2022, at Seminar Proposal UITM, I would like to present my thesis proposal entitled Optimization of Digital Marketing to Increase Satisfaction of Your Page Interest for Indonesian Bank Muamalat Customers Service Customer Semarang City. Now I will begin. My first slide is talking about structure of presentation. This presentation is divided into 5 parts, which are background, organizational profile, identification of problems, literature review, and what's next. And next, to the second slide, explaining the background. Financial institutions are currently transforming as financial service institutions that are engaged in advancing technology development with the globalization system using digital marketing in its distribution. And according to Acharisa, 2019, technology development, especially in marketing communication methods, which started from the traditional and a conventional era, have now been integrated with the digital marketing world. And then Bank Muamalat Indonesia, Bank Semarang City, is a banking financial institution engaged in the economy, service in the form of saving and loans, and the latest project service, namely hedge financing and young hedge. And step to achieve marketing optimization at Bank Muamalat Indonesia require the latest strategy and creativity in the process of achieving maximum target market. And digital marketing is one of the indicator of success in satisfying the interest and marketing of young age. And according to Purnawa, 2017, digital marketing consists of interactive and integrated marketing that facilitates interaction between producer, intermediate market, and potential customers. And then in this business report is a review to find the interest and satisfaction of customer Bank Muamalat Indonesia, Bank Semarang City in carrying out the young age through digital marketing. Now we will move on to the organizational profile. Bank Muamalat Indonesia is a bank founded on the idea of the Indonesia Ulema Council, the Indonesian Muslim Intellectual Association, and Muslim entrepreneur with the support of the government of the Republic Indonesia on May 1, 1992. Bank Muamalat Indonesia officially operated as the first bank to operate run its business based on a Sharia principle in Indonesia. It is pro-Islam Islamic bank are increasingly expressing a significant acceleration because Islamic units can offer Islamic bank product as a whole. For Hijrah 2014. Next, as you can see on this slide, from the organizational structure Bank Muamalat Indonesia, Bank Semarang is led by branch manager. Now let's move to the identification of problems. The first one is optimization of Bank Muamalat's digital promotion. Our socialization strategy has not been comprehensive. The optimization of promotion and socialization strategy by carrying out non-traditional marketing strategies by digital marketing. Making online access easy to reach, view, and disseminate as well. The second is the introduction of Bank Muamalat as the first Islamic bank in Indonesia with a young age product by new customers. In institutional knowledge by prospective customers, increased purchasing interest through the background of the agency profile, and conversely the lack of information at the agency reduce the interest of prospective customers in making decisions for the young age at Bank Muamalat Indonesia. Number three, any promotion of young age at Bank Muamalat does not attract the interest and decision of prospective customers. Promotion of Bank Muamalat product, a Bank Muamalat product to prospective customers, accompanied by an understanding of product knowledge that is conveyed properly will increase buying interest in the needs of the side product. And last is a lack of Bank Muamalat marketing teams in a promotion process of young age. The marketing staff is currently supported by 5 people, but the promotion process required more marketing members for maximum results in contributing and the process of attracting potential customers. And next, in this picture, I will show you about the problem based on interview and observation. In Bank Muamalat Indonesia has a superficial product in the form of hedge saving in a collaboration with the hedge financing management agency, one of which is the Young Hedge, and according to the latest information, the average waiting period for hedge is 21 years, with a required cost of around 35 million for regular hedge and 140 million for cash hedge or specially hedge. That can be illustrated with a picture based on field research. 71% of hedge register registered over the age of 40 years and perform a hedge at the age 60 years. Meanwhile, young hedge started to start register with the age from 70 years from the previously of registering at the age of 12 years. Now we will move on to the literature review. In literature review and marketing is a step in analyzing, planning, inventing, and monitoring program that aims to create market exchange or buying interest with the intent and purpose of achieving common goals. Cited for Swasta 2007, and according to Kotler 2012, the marketing logic in which a company decides to create value for customers by achieving profitable relationship with the customer. And then, in a digital marketing technology, according to Cafe 2009, digital marketing is an activity to achieve marketing goals with the help of digital technology to increase customer knowledge by adjusting to needs. And a digital marketing introduction of product or service to potential customer by internet in the form of attractive website, YouTube, and e-commerce. This is because digital marketing is a system that is already tagged to the marketing world in the digital era. Considered for Nia Study to 2020. And then the third is consumer interest education. According to Love Group 2007, customer satisfaction is a state or emotional reaction after receiving service. Can be in the form of pleasure, irritation, neutralization, joy, and pleasure. Direction of customer satisfaction can provide several benefits, including a more harmonious relationship between companies and consumers, and the creation of customer loyalty. And then the last is any young hedge. In Islam, hedge a conditional worship. Muslims are only required to perform the Hajj if they have researched the ability. In order to perform Hajj through Quran Surat Al Imran 97, and pilgrimage to the house is a duty to Allah for mankind. For him who can find a way there. As for him who disbelieves, let him know that Allah is independent of all creatures. And the next slide is what's next. In my business, where I'm going to conduct a survey, data collection, analysis, searching for solution to the sophistication of interest in your hedge and Muamalat Prince Manatu. I think this is enough for my presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Evita, for addressing this interesting topic. Ladies and gentlemen, I will pass Q&A session to Dr. Muhammad Hairi Jalis and other panels.
Thank you very much. Congratulations and well done, Ms. Evita, for your presentation. I really enjoy. To be honest with you, I've been reading your proposal and I really enjoy your proposal. And I like to also take this opportunity. All of us would like to congratulate Unisila team for participating in this such a lovely program. And we have two great students from Unisula who share with us, not just presenting, but share with us something that really we are not just trying to support in terms of some of improvement for betterment, but in the same time to teach us about like just now, a few minutes ago, Miss Evita presented about digital marketing of commercial banks, and also Miss Salma and many others. Once again, congratulations to our international partner from Unisula, all the way from Unisula Semarang. Yes. I maybe have two questions. It depends on how you respond to me, Miss Evita. Are you okay today? How do you feel after your presentation, Miss Evita? Just a quick one.
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
It's a big relief, isn't it?
But I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, I understand you. That's how I feel over the night before my presentation day. I couldn't sleep. I feel so nervous. Like, I'm going to finish this and that's it. Wash my hand. But don't worry. You just finished your presentation, which is great. When we are pleased to listen to your presentation. Right. I have my first question. I just want to ask you. Would you mind in your own word, tell us and share with us, what do you understand about digital marketing? What do you understand about digital marketing? Miss Evita, in your own word.
Okay. Yes. Digital marketing is activity to achieve marketing goals with the help of digital technology, enhancing marketing activity to increase customer knowledge by adjusting to their needs.
All right. I can see that you have, an understanding about digital marketing. Well, which is good. That's what I expected from you. My next question is, I just want to ask you, what are the digital marketing strategies that have been used by many bank institutions in Indonesia? Can you share with us what are the digital marketing strategy has been practices by bank institution in Indonesia? Do you know any digital marketing strategy that they've been utilized or used?
I think the most practical and effective banking strategy is in the online digital use in the form of internet banking or mobile banking in a coordinate with the technology infrastructure updated all the time. And one of the most important is internet banking that is in an accordance with the customer needs. And this because customer prioritize speed in the transaction and the start reducing physical transaction.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's also important. Why I asked you that question, because I think that's very important for you to discuss critically and analytically in your literature review about the strategy, digital marketing strategy that been practices or employed by existing bank institution in Indonesia before you go further and deeper into your study, especially focus on bank muamalat. So you don't have that. You need to mention what they've been use since maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago? What kind of strategy, the chronology or the evolution of digital marketing strategy bank institution been used? The first strategy, and maybe 10 years ago, what are the strategy? And up until today, what kind of strategy, digital marketing strategy, they've been utilized or used to market or to promote? Not just you have to understand, not just digital marketing is not for the sake of trying to educate or to spread about the name of the bank. It's not about that. It is marketing is about communication from the sender to the receiver, and there's a feedback from the receiver if there's any to the sender. There will be e-warm, electronic word of mouth. That's also one kind of digital marketing strategy. You need to you don't have that in your literature. You did not really criticize on the beauty and the weakness of e-warm, electronic word of mouth, because we have conventional word of mouth. Word of mouth. People keep talking, gossiping online, electronically, on social media, etc. There's another strategy on social media, digital marketing strategy, converting conventional printed version of marketing collateral to electronic version of marketing collateral like brochures, posters, e-posters, electronic brochures, etc., etc. Adopting a few system, like telling we have this new product that you can just apply through this platform, etc. There are many. There's also integration between all this kind of strategy. We call it integrated digital marketing strategy. Have you come across this literature, integrated digital marketing strategy? If you don't, then I would advise you to look into it. Integrated digital marketing strategy. Why I ask you, because my PhD on marketing strategy. So I think that you need more meat, in your literature, and also introduction and your methodology. There should be more meat in it. But for now, you have it, but it's not there yet. Okay. I maybe also have that's also my suggestion. I would want to suggest you for the improvement of your studying. Maybe you would want to go back to your research aim and objective. Not too many, like I've advised in previous one of the presenter just now. You need to be very selective. Maybe a few would be more meaningful, more specific, more focused, that you want to achieve this specific objective, rather than you list more than 3 or 5 or 6 objectives. You will go nowhere, not meaningful. We don't want that kind of research. Like I said to the first presenter, when you conduct a research project, it doesn't necessarily mean you will solve world problem. It won't that. And you will not, definitely, it's not something that at the end of the project, you will receive a Nobel Prize, Nobel Prize, contributing knowledge, and you will get that Nobel Prize. You don't want to do that. I always remind myself on this perspective. All right, I think that's it from me. Maybe I would want to pass to Dr. Anissa Banum for any question and suggestion.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Harvey. Dr. Harvey already emphasized on strategy. So this question relate on digital marketing. The question is, why image of the bank institution is important and must be promoted via digital marketing rather than it's their product and services?
Okay. The image person impression on the object so that the image can be performed from what is felt and seen by the customer for the company action and service provide to consumer. And then said that there is a strong relationship between the image and loyalty. And while the customer satisfaction and loyalty have a relation, less strong relationship, according to Ubamayu 2014. And then this can be referenced that the image of the institution of Bank Muamalat Indonesia is important to promote and so that its product and service can follow and attract the interest of prospective customer, one of which is the promotion of the young age. Another Bank Muamalat Indonesian product carried out with the digital marketing system.
Okay, thank you. Good answer. Okay. And thank you, Bu Pungki, a great student. Now you have two good students, one Pungki. Okay, I pass to Hanif Roslan. Okay.
Thank you to Dr. Wan Anissa Banom, Dr. Khairi, Dr. Hairi, Dr. Aziz, Puan Pungki, and all presenters. For a break, we'd like to pass student from Group Entertainment of Muslim Art, Gemer. Welcome, Gemer.
Apa yang harus aku lakukan untuk membuat kau mencintaiku? Segala upaya telah ku lakukan untukmu. Apa yang harus aku tunjukkan untuk membuat kau menyayangiku? Inilah aku yang memilih kau untukku. Karena aku mencintaimu dan hatiku hanya untukmu, tak akan menyerah dan takkan berhenti mencintaimu. Juang dalam hidupku untuk selalu memilikimu seumur hidupku, setulus hatiku hanya untukmu. mencintaimu dan hatiku hanya untukmu, tak akan menyerah dan takkan berhenti mencintaimu. Ku berjuang dalam hidupku untuk selalu memilikimu seumur hidupku, setulus hatiku hanya untukmu. Seumur hidupku, setulus hatiku hanya untukmu.
Thank you, Gemma. Thank you, Gemma, for the good, inspiring songs. So let's move to our next agenda, which is ceremony of presenting souvenirs to the panels and awards to the winners of the competition. Anur, can you upload the awards? The slide. Sorry, Rashdan. Announcement of award for video research proposal competition. For the first place,
with the title Research Proposal on Macroeconomics Factors That Affect Youth Employment, the winners at first place goes to Alif Helmi bin Nur Shahidi, Amirah binti Muhammad Irwan Ho, Hadirah binti Muhammad Zayadi, and Nurul Izzah binti Muhammad Risli.
Congratulations. And for the second place,
with the title Research Proposal of Factors Influencing Technology Adoption Among Small Medium-Sized Hotels, the winners at second place goes to Nurul Shafiqah binti Osman and Nazatul Elisha binti Aminuddin.
For the third place,
with the title A Research Proposal of the New Trend Odd Food Services, the study of cloud kitchen and how it influences consumers' purchase decision, the third place goes to Nurul Shahira binti Idris and Muhammad Afiq bin Zulkifli.
And for the fourth place,
with the title Research Proposal of Culinary Students' Perception of the Effectiveness of Work-Based Learning, the winners at fourth place goes to Siti Khadijah binti Muhammad Sani and Siti Madiha binti Samsul Bahari.
And for the fifth place,
with the title A Research Proposal of Factors Affecting Consumer Choices on Online Food Delivering Services, OFDS, the winners at fifth place goes to Anis Shafiqah binti Muhammad Zaidi and Muhammad Faiz bin Muhammad.
Congratulations to all winners. Now, I will invite Dr. Aziz.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And, very good morning. So, okay, this now is the time to announce the receiver of live presentation award. There are a few award. Best Presenter Award, Outstanding Presenter Award, Excellence Teamwork Award, Best Teamwork Award, Young Scholar Award, and Special Jury. For the Outstanding Presenter Award, okay, and Young Scholar Award, received by Mr. Izwan Effendi Nasri. Congratulations, Mr. Izwan. And excellent and best team award received by group and lead by Nur Lili Izzati binti Azhar and his team. Congratulations for the group. And the best presenter award today is, okay, Miss Salma Lutfia Rahmawati. And for the last, for special jury award received by Miss Evita Siska Mediawati. Congratulations for all the winners. Okay. Thanks, Dr. Anissa.
Congratulations to all the winners. Okay, now I pass to the moderator, Hanif.
Thank you, Dr. Aziz and Dr. Anissa. Now, we invite Dr. Nate to give Best Mentor Awards to the Dr. Hairi Jalis. Welcome, Dr. Hairi Jalis. And Dr. Anissa to accompany with us. Now, I will invite Dr. Aziz. The next one is Dr. Khan. And next, Dr. Wan Anissa Banu. Then Dr. Nick Fakhrul. And the next, Dr. Zainuddin. And then Dr. Wan Anwar from Gema. Ustaz Wan Anwar. And then Encik Bistami from Sani Veteran. And the last one, Encik Samsul Bahari from the Sani Veteran. And last for Shah from Gema. And the President of Sudi, me. And next one, Anur from FiSA. And the other one, Fahmi from the Faculty of Engineering. And he is the only guy from engineering. And the other one from Gema. Thank you. I will pass to with the end of the ceremony to present souvenirs and awards to the winners, they end my job as moderator on this program. Thank you, and over the ceremony to the host of the ceremony, Ms. Herma Najihah and Ms. Fatin Aina.
Terima kasih diucapkan kepada moderator, ketua mentor dan semua ahli panel atas sesi perkongsian yang bermakna itu tadi, dan tahniah juga diucapkan kepada para pemenang serta terima kasih kepada semua peserta yang menyertai pertandingan video.
Thank you to our moderator, chief mentors and all the panelists for the meaningful sharing session. Congratulations to the winners as well as thanks to all the participants who participated in the video competition.
Semoga para pelajar dapat memanfaatkan segala ilmu dari sesi perkongsian hari ini dan akan dapat menimba lebih banyak pengetahuan tentang strategi kecemerlangan untuk pembentangan projek penyelidikan yang telah dibincangkan.
I hope the students can fully understand each information from today's sharing session and will be able to gain more knowledge about the excellent strategy for a research project presentation that have been discussed about.
Hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, majlis seterusnya mempersilakan Saudari Umi Sumayyah binti Sukri selaku Ketua Program Third Mentorship Program 2022 and Excellent Strategy for a Research Project Presentation untuk menyampaikan sepatah dua kata sebagai ucapan penutup. Dipersilakan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to have Umi Sumayyah binti Sukri, the project leader of Third Mentorship Program 2022 and Excellent Strategy for a Research Project Presentation to give her speech. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you to our beautiful MCs, the respected technologist Dr. Elmi Abdul Kadir, Deputy Rector of Student Affairs, University Technology Mara Cangan Terengganu, the Honorable Datuk Isham bin Ishaq, Secretary General of the Ministry of Transport Malaysia, the respected Madam Punki Laila Saputri, Lecturer of Faculty Economics, University Islam Sultan Agong Unisula, Indonesia, Sir Wan Muhammad Iskandar bin Datuk Saleh, Managing Director Sani Expression dan Berhad, Dr. Nik Fakul Hazri Nik Hassan, Head of the Program Faculty of Business and Management, Dr. Wan Asmi bin Wan Abdul Aziz, Program Coordinator Bachelor Faculty Business and Management, Madam Zuraida Muhammad, Program Coordinator Diploma Faculty of Business and Management, Dr. Wan Anisa Banu binti Datuk Saleh and Madam Nurul Syahada binti Baharudin, Club Advisor Finance Student Association FiSA, our respected guests, the Mentorship Program Evaluation Panel, lecturers, representative of Cooperation and Collaboration Clubs, the next line of committee members and all the dearest audience. Dearest guests and audience for today, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings and salam UiTM di hatiku. Alhamdulillah, let us all express our thankfulness to Allah SWT for granting us to join on this peaceful morning in the Mentorship Program 2022, an excellent strategy for a research project presentation, colloquium and competition with cooperation Pusat Pengajian Siswa Azhar PPS, PhD Power Fellowship PPF, Unit Penyelidikan dan Penerbitan Mahasiswa UPPM, Universitas Islam Sultan Agong Unisula, Skuad Sukarelawan Yayasan Raja Sultan Mizan Sudi and Unit Kepimpinan Kesukarelawanan Mahasiswa UKKM. As the head of the program, I would like to thank UiTM Management, the advisor of the Finance Student Association, FiSA, Dr. Wan Anisa Banu binti Datuk Saleh and Madam Nurul Syahada binti Baharudin, all panels, participants and committee members who are directly and indirectly involved in the success of this program. They are my anchor and have contributed significantly to the success of the Third Mentorship Program 2022. Without them, I might not be able to complete this program independently. Alhamdulillah, this program was well welcomed. The primary purpose of this program is to provide exposure for students to prepare a thesis proposal in a neat and binding form, as well as organize presentation strategies in more orderly manner. Respectfully, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everyone's help and cooperation in making this program become successful. Being a program leader is not easy, but I learned a lot throughout this position. As a UiTM student, this is an invaluable experience for me. If given a chance, I would like to occupy this role in the following program, inshallah. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the committee who worked tirelessly and consistently to ensure the program ran successfully. Even though they are all packed with academic responsibilities, they all do their duties efficiently and fast. Well done and congratulations to all. Finally, I hope this cooperation and commitment can be continued for future programs. Sekian wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and thank you.
Terima kasih diucapkan kepada saudari Umi Sumayah binti Sukri atas ucapan penutup sebentar tadi.
Thank you, Umi Sumaya binti Sukri, for the heartwarming closing speech just now.
Sebelum bersurai, para hadirin yang menyertai melalui Google Meet digalakkan untuk membuka kamera hadapan masing-masing bagi sesi fotografi.
Before we put this program to an end, let's all celebrate it with photography session. Everyone, once again, please turn on your webcam and put on your smiles.
All right. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Kini kita telah sampai ke penghujung program kami. Pertama sekali, kami ingin mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih kepada tetamu kehormat, moderator dan ahli panel atas masa dan sumbangan yang berharga dalam memberikan ceramah yang bernas pada hari ini.
Now, we have come to the end of our program. First and foremost, we would like to thank our guest of honor, moderator and panelists for your time and valuable contribution in giving an insightful talk for today.
Kepada semua peserta, terima kasih atas penyertaan dan kerjasama yang aktif dalam majlis hari ini. Kami ingin memohon maaf atas kelemahan sepanjang program ini.
To all participants, thank you for your active participation and cooperation in this event. We would like to apologize for the weaknesses that we have encountered throughout this program.
Kepada semua peserta, diingatkan untuk klik pada pautan e-sijil dan maklum balas yang disediakan dalam ruangan chat di bawah. Sila isi borang untuk menerima sijil penyertaan anda. Dan terima kasih atas masa anda dan kami percaya bahawa kami semua telah melakukan yang terbaik untuk memastikan majlis pada hari ini berjalan dengan lancar. Dengan itu, kami akhiri program ini dengan wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
To all participants, please be reminded to click the e-certificate and feedback link provided in the chat box below. Please fill in the form in order to receive your participation certificate. Thank you for your time, and we believe that all of us have done our best to ensure such a smooth run of today's occasion. With that, we end the program today with wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.